didn't just like 2 hours ago, got my editing done. I mean, I worked a 14-hour day almost today. I should be tired, but I'm not. No, I am. That's the weird thing. I do feel tired. But, like, cannot sleep. Which, if you've been watching, you know that's just my life these days. Oh, so I'm trying to figure out. Guess I can turn this light on so you can see my face and not the back of my head. Exactly. Like, how bad tomorrow's gonna be. Still have 4.5 hours left on my break. But I don't feel like I'm gonna get any sleep. I guess if worst case scenario, I can just drive 4 or 5 hours tomorrow, get past Salt Lake into Wyoming, and if I felt tired I could stop, because the next day I don't get a lot of hours back anyway. So it would just, instead of working the 10-hour day today, I could do it tomorrow if I need to. All depends on how I feel once I get going down the road. Well, sitting here waiting on the clock. Still got 2 minutes left before I can start my day. It's always fun to start your day after being awake for 24 hours. I had a 14-hour work shift yesterday. I had to sit here for 10 hours. Can't help but think about how great it would be if I was shutting down now. In like Rawlings, Wyoming is where I could have gotten to if I'd have driven all night. I'd be shutting down now and getting ready to go to bed, but instead I'm getting up, ready to go to work. It's alright. Been up for 24 hours. Let's go climb a mountain. leave. It's the first time I've had to run my heat in June. Woke up freezing my ass off. I'm gonna let it warm up in here a little bit and then get dressed. Hit the road. I pulled in here like 9 o'clock this morning. I was on the phone with my buddy, so I couldn't record, and then when I got here I was just so tired. I called my wife, talked to her for a few minutes, and then crashed out, went to bed. But like I say, if I'd have drove all 9 hours yesterday, then I'd only have 5 hours to drive today. So now I'm gonna have my full 10, and I'll just run out my clock today and then go deliver this thing Sunday morning. It's not supposed to deliver till Sunday night, but I'm gonna try to go in early and see if they'll at least try to take me, or at least let me sit in their staging area. Yeah, and get warm, and then start getting ready to go to work. I'm not a big candy guy, but I saw this and I had to try it. Freaking churro flavored Kit Kat. Figure out that doesn't smell like a churro though. It's kind of a letdown. About a half hour, I'm going to call Jason, make sure they don't have anything lined up to keep me moving. If not, I'm probably going to sit here until tomorrow night, 6 a.m.
Yeah, I only get back 5 hours tomorrow, so I could make it on that. But then there's a day next week I only get 2 hours. If I sit here until tomorrow night, I get a 34-hour reset in. Dude's got a trash bag hanging out of his truck going down the highway. That's a new one. He's got it closed between the door and the truck. That, I've never seen that. Anyway, I'll sit here until about, oh really? I wouldn't need to leave here until like 4 o'clock Sunday morning. If I was planning to get there on time. I actually plan to get there 10 hours early still. So, as long as I leave out of here by like 6 o'clock tomorrow night, that'll put me like 10 or 12 hours early still. Actually, I'm also going to, when this place isn't so busy, they're always super busy in the morning. You know, sometime this afternoon, I'm gonna go, I've got a whole mint can full of change from having to use all this cash. I'm gonna go do my laundry because I'm out of socks again. I bought socks 2 different times since I've been out here because I didn't bring enough because I planned on getting back to the house and it just didn't work out that way. So I ended up needing more, and I didn't want to spend a bunch of time and money washing them. But at this point, I've only got $15 left until Sunday because freaking California is so expensive. I bought some food, so I've got food in the fridge. I think I got like $5 or $6 worth of change here. I've got a couple bucks. I'm gonna have to buy some freaking laundry detergent, which sucks because it's going to be super expensive here and there's nowhere else to go. If I had to, I could get another comm check, but I really don't like doing that because it costs money to get the check on both ends. Schuster charges $5 because Combat charges them $5, and then the truck stop charges you a certain amount to cash it too. So if I can avoid that, when I leave out of here tomorrow night, I'll grab fuel and I can get a cash advance again, but that's tomorrow night, not today. But I need to get laundry done. I'm wearing the same pair of socks I wore yesterday because I'm out of socks, but I don't want to do it while everyone else is in there. So if I'm going to be here 36 hours, I'll do it later. So I was going to do laundry here. I don't have a laundry room. I'm still out of socks. So, luckily, I grew up super poor. So I cut up a old windshield washer fluid bottle and I turned it into a tub for washing my socks because I cannot wear the same socks for more than a day because I would get like athlete's foot immediately. I have sweaty feet. So I'm hand washing a couple pairs of socks and I'll rig up some kind of a clothesline here. I've got damn near 20 hours before I need to roll. So I'm gonna wash 3 or 4 pairs. That'll at least get me a couple days down the road and I can get some more cash. And if I need to, I can buy some more or find a washing machine. But yeah, I used to do this as a kid, so I grew up poor enough to know how to wash clothes in a bucket. I literally couldn't afford the laundry detergent, so I had some body wash I used. It's not perfect, but it's better than nothing. And there's my hangers. I really need to get it off from over my bed because it will drip. Don't really have another option though. There, that's the best I can do.
wake up to hail. It's a little bitty hail, but it's hail. I'm about to start rolling. My socks are all dry. They smell clean. I don't feel all crusty from my feet sweat. I got like $13 to my name until midnight tonight. I don't know if I explained that to anyone that hasn't been watching all along. My bank card broke like 2 weeks ago. I've been stuck on the road with no bank card, so I've been having to get cash advances. Thing is, I can only get $150 a week, which is usually enough until you go out to California and everything is super expensive, like crazy expensive. So then I ended up having to get a headlight at one point, windshield washer fluid at one point, and you know, I have a little bit of food in my truck, but didn't have enough money to do my laundry or any of that. So that is why, if you didn't know, I was washing my laundry in a bucket last night. I was also pretty disappointed when I got about 6 hours in. First 3 hours, my cell service worked great. I was able to watch movies and stuff, and then I went to sleep. Woke back up yesterday evening, like around 5 or 6, and all of a sudden my internet wasn't going to work well enough. I was fighting it all day just to have something to watch, and I couldn't upload the last video. I tried for like 16 hours to upload it, and it wouldn't upload. The Loves here didn't have Wi-Fi. Even if they did, I didn't have money to buy it because truck stops charge you for Wi-Fi. Crappy Wi-Fi that doesn't work, which is why I never buy it unless I absolutely am stuck somewhere with no Wi-Fi. So I was doing all the tricks, you know, turning my phone to airplane mode and back on, and that would work for a while, and then it was just kind of a pain in the ass. I picked the worst spot to take a 34-hour reset. I really don't like doing resets, but this is going to be the best way to make sure that I have hours to get home. And you know, it's painless enough. I was kind of behind on sleep, so I slept most of it. I slept for like 5 hours when I got here, woke up for like 10 hours, and then I slept for the last like 13 hours because I was way behind on sleep. So I actually felt rested, and now I've got a full 70-hour clock. Come 4 o'clock here, which is like 5 minutes. I'm gonna leave at 4, but pretty close. And they've already got me on another load. When I get this one delivered, and after my 10-hour break in Ankeny, they got me picking up in Storm Lake, Iowa, going down to South Hutchinson, Kansas, which I'm not super happy about because that Tyson and South Hutchinson is kind of a nightmare as far as wait times. But it was last time. Maybe it's better this time. We'll see. But yeah, I'm ready to go home. I know that much. I've been on the road too long. I don't usually stay out 6 weeks, but the IRS just took $4,000 out of the money we were expecting. You know, we made some purchases that we needed to make, or one thing we wanted to make for the girls' swing set, and then we bought tires for the car at home, a few other things that we just needed to get done, and then we were expecting a $7,000 tax return, and we got a $3,000 tax return. And then Hirschbach didn't pay me my last paycheck, which is pretty typical in trucking for some reason. You know, of course, there'll be people say, oh, you should sue. I was like, yeah, if you've never been involved in a lawsuit, it isn't worth the effort to get my last paycheck. Just isn't to me. I mean, might be to somebody else, but I'm not going to sit in court for months on end and, you know, over the span of 2 or 3 years trying to prove that they owe me money, and then have the possibility of still losing and just lose out on all that money I spent trying to get it. It's just not, the legal system doesn't actually help the little guy. It helps the big guy. They got an army of lawyers. It makes no sense to even try, in my opinion. Get good and woke up here, get around, get out of this little nowhere town in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska. Sydney, Nebraska, that's where I'm at. I think she's sufficiently covered with bug guts. I was trying to keep it clean with the windshield washer fluid, but I lost that battle about 4 hours ago. I don't know what that stuff is made of, but it seems like it's super glue. We'll get her all cleaned up. I gotta top up my fuel and sit here for about a 30-minute break, see if I can't find somewhere to get out of the way, as long as I'm not holding anybody up here. He's been sipping on the fuel, man. I haven't put fuel in this freaking reefer tank since I've gotten it. I filled it up when I got it, and then I went all the way to California with a reefer load and all the way back, and it's only used half a tank. Do a little walk around on the trailer here. Dragging. Tires look good. Gotta hit it with the old tire kicker gauge. That's why you always gotta do the double click. I gotta say that's pretty impressive. I mean, it's been start-stop the whole time, but I mean, we're talking, it ran every day, so seven days, 21 gallons on start and stop. First load was at 26, this one's at 24. I ain't hating. I don't know why it's actually 149. It just refuses to switch back over from mountain time for some reason.
Stumbled at the start line, I've done all that I can do, but I'll try again, I'll try again. Stay on the straight and narrow, we'll meet up at the end. cramped up on the inside at the thought of losing you. But I'll try again, I'll try again. Stay on the straight and narrow, we'll meet up at the end.
I could check in now. I don't want to get empty and then have to leave without taking a break. So I'm just gonna chill here until about 2:30, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, or this afternoon, and then because they usually get you unloaded within an hour or two. Since I'm only like half loaded, shouldn't take long. Probably can't see me. I gotta wash my face. I have some crazy itching going on in my beard. Not warm. It just happened about an hour ago. It just all of a sudden something got in my beard and started like causing it to go crazy. Itching. Burning, itching shit. I mean, I know it's kind of a yeast thing. It's a thing with beards. But a little cold face shower can't fix. Well, this is a little more than a tiny bit aggravating. I just called in to check in, and they're telling me that this is a drop and hook. I had no information saying that this was a drop and hook. I didn't know this place had drop and hooks. Did not see in that load where it said that I could drop, and they didn't mention it to me. They didn't mention it to me when I called him, told him what I was planning. Not there today for me to bitch him out. So hey, you know, when I called you and told you I was going to sit for a day and a half, why didn't you tell me I could drop and look this thing? Because I didn't realize that. Empty there, empty there. finishing up, and then I'm going to get to South Hutchinson today. So I called him and told him my plan. At that point, he should have realized that I didn't know. Why would I sit for an extra day and a half if I knew it was a drop truck? You're kidding me. It's always got to be in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I don't think she's going to hold air anymore. What do you think? Got to buff out? I'm trying to figure out who they can send out here. I'm in the middle of nowhere, Iowa. I'm not close to anything. Storm Lake is not close to anything. Sitting here editing this video, and they give me a call. They're going to be here in about 3 hours. This is about what I expected being out here, but we'll see all that in the next video. See how today goes. I really don't know how this is going to turn out. But thanks for watching.